What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday. It is going to be AEW's pay-per-view, and with the big signing, I thought we should discuss who it might be. And instead of me just giving you guys 10 random choices or whatever the case may be, I decided to ask you in a community poll, and I got some answers. So we're gonna go through some of them, and I'm gonna tell you if that is possible or not, and who I ultimately think it will be. Without further ado, let's get right on the video with the first comment. Badahede said the only Hall of Fame megastar I can think of would be either Primo or Vladimir Kozlov. And honestly, I swear, I know this is a meme right now, but I would not mind. I know the Great One would go crazy for Primo, and Vladimir Kozlov, this man defeated The Undertaker. So in the end, I would not be mad if it's Vladimir Kozlov either. These are good choices, but I don't think AEW would sign them because these guys are too good, they're too expensive, and I don't think AEW would do it. The next comment is from Eddie Mysterio, which I can guess he got from Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, but he said, easy Hornswoggle, I'm not even joking. And at this point, I was asking you guys a serious question, and you're giving me these memes. Does it look like I'm a joke? Like, I had Primo and Vladimir Kozlov, those guys are serious individuals, but Hornswoggle? That ain't happening, boy. Let's move on to the next one. Let's just go on. Next up, we have Ben Goodmark, and he says probably CM Punk, Ryback, or RVD. But since it was announced by Paul White, it also makes me think it can be Mark Henry. Imagine if it were Brock Lesnar though, lol. There's so much going on here. Let's go to the first name, and that's CM Punk. I don't think it's him. Ryback, I wouldn't mind, and I think that would actually be a good choice because the man is hilarious when he eats his cereal in the morning. RVD, that's also a very possible choice. I could see it happening. Mark Henry, probably not, and Brock Lesnar, definitely not. Like, you guys gotta calm down. Brock Lesnar is not leaving the WWE. They are paying him too much money, and he's going to have that match with Bobby Lashley, all right? Moving on to the next one, we have Austin Smith, and he says Alberto Del Rio is going to be drafted from prison to AEW. Is this man in prison? Is he really? Or am I getting trolled right now? If that is the case, though, if he is, I don't know. I think he was in prison or jail for a little bit, but I would not want Alberto Del Rio to actually come to AEW. I was never a big fan of this guy. I don't know why Vince McMahon loved him so much. He's all right. He's decent, but he never had that it factor. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't really like him too much. Next up, we have GB, and he says it's going to be Big Show announcing himself to solidify his heel turn when he announces that he is a huge signing, and that would honestly be the funniest thing ever, but I don't think it's going to happen, and I'll tell you why. There's no way Tony Khan would hype it up. If Big Show was the only one to talk about it, then maybe, but the fact that Tony Khan says this is a big deal, to me says that this is not going to happen. It would be funny, though, and I would actually like it. The next one, we have Fake Account, and he says, this is definitely not me, guys. Fake Account is not Pllana Productions. I'm just letting that be known. He says that it could be Kurt Angle. He heard rumors that he wanted to wrestle again, but his last WWE run was just awful. I would be ecstatic if this was the case because their boy Kurt Angle is in great shape, and I think his WWE run was terrible. I would love to see a match with him and Cody Rhodes, or maybe even Ricky Starks. Those are some of my favorites right now in AEW, and Kurt Angle could have a much better ending to his career. So I really hope it's Kurt Angle, but I kind of doubt it. Next up, we have Caleb, and he says that it is going to be RVD, and yes, guys, this might be the most likely option to happen. I could very well see it. I don't think it's going to be that big of a signing, and people will be disappointed because RVD is great and all. We love RVD, but he's not a Hall of Fame legend beast that's going to take the AEW to the next level. You know what I mean? He's going to be a good addition, but that's about it. So I do think it's going to be RVD, but I'm not too excited about that. After that, we have Honked Off John, and he says AJ Lee, which will then lead to CM Punk. And no, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan said he grew up loving this wrestler, and AJ Lee was wrestling in the 2012 era of WWE, and I don't think Tony Khan was watching wrestling back then. Also, CM Punk, back to CM Punk. I just want to say that I don't think it's going to be CM Punk because it just makes zero sense. CM Punk took his backstage, his WWE backstage debut, return, whatever you want to call it, so seriously that he wanted no one to know that I just can't buy the fact that CM Punk would allow this to all be announced and whatnot. After that, we have Logan Minkler, and he says that it is going to be Batista, and this, along with RVD, is another very possible choice that could occur, because Batista could make a lot of money from this. Batista did grow up during the Ruthless Aggression era, which Tony Khan most likely watched, and Batista is a Hall of Famer, and he definitely has ties with TNT, so TNT would probably love for him to sign with AEW, have some matches, promote some movies. In the end, everyone is going to win in this partnership, so Batista is another one that could be the one. So Batista is another person that could make that return. After that, we have Just Shine, and he says, the Freak, Lars Sullivan, and please no, I don't think anybody in AEW wants this. I don't think anybody in WWE wants this. If anything, this would be a setback for AEW. You don't want to sign this guy. KTG says that CM Punk keeps saying it isn't him, so that means it's CM Punk. And no, I'm gonna take CM Punk's word here. Like I said earlier, he would not want this return to be spoiled, or return to wrestling, you want to say, to be spoiled, so I don't see this one happening. Diego Rodriguez says, honestly, I think it is Christian. No, it is not going to be Christian, because I do know, I've seen that he has signed a contract with the WWE, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have a tag team run with Edge pretty soon. It's Ryan says he genuinely thinks it's Ryback. Again, Ryback could very well be the person to make that debut, and I would like it, like I said from earlier. DJ the God said the Great Khali. Honestly, I was not thinking about this for a second, but now that I do, I would not mind. The Great Khali is definitely a legend. I don't know about Hall of Famer. I think this guy's trolling me a little bit, but I would actually like the Great Khali. The guy's a giant. Maybe Cody Rhodes could have a match with this guy and try to beat him too. After that, Zachary Goldstein said Big Cass and Enzo, and that also could happen, but no, makes no sense. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I reversed what I just said. There's no way that's gonna happen. Big Cass and Enzo weren't literally growing up in wrestling when Tony Khan was watching. Makes no sense. Moving on, Zachary. Good try. And the last one we have is from Logan Edwards, and he says, imagine it's Taker, with a laughing emoji, which makes me think he's trolling me right now. And if that is the case, it is what it is. Undertaker probably won't go. He has a Legends deal, I'm pretty sure, with the WWE. Vince McMahon did not want this guy to join AEW. Those are all the people that could possibly return. This was just more of a fun video. I think in the end it's going to be RVD or it's going to be Batista. I think people are gassing this up too much. There's no way it's going to be CM Punk. There is no way it's going to be Brock Lesnar either. You guys need to chill just a little bit. CM Punk probably will never go to AEW. Brock Lesnar, he's going to fight Bobby Lashley. The Great Khali, hopefully. Primo, Vladimir Kozlov, again, hopefully that happens. But in the end, RVD, Batista, that's most likely going to happen. I won't be watching AEW tonight, but I will be on Twitter. I will find out who it is one way or another. Hopefully it's a big name because, you know, AEW could use some star power. And hopefully they also utilize that wrestler pretty well because you don't want someone signing just to be unhappy. Anyways, we will find out tonight what happens. It should be cool. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be waiting for the name to drop. And that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all on the next video.
And I got this soul